Okay, so as I said before, it's a little bit weird because I'm doing an event for Sony in California, see? And I just want to talk about the WSOP news that the November 9 is basically dead. And, you know, I really feel like this has been a long time coming. And I'm saying a couple things about this. So first, I am very happy that Poker Central is taking up some of the actual recording and distribution around the World Series of Poker. I think they're truly committed to spreading just poker content, and they're a solid group of people over there, and I know them and I trust them, so I'm happy about that. Other thing I want to say is, you know, I don't think people get it, but this was a long time coming. So first of all, I don't agree with the November 9. I think it's kind of ridiculous that you play arguably the biggest tournament of your career and then all of a sudden you stop, wait 3 months, and you get all the coaching, and if you have an advantage over your opponents, it sucks that they get to work with some of the best poker players in the world and really improve their game, and then you're stuck there. You know, everybody's gonna kind of have an equal edge by the time they sit down at the table. So I never really liked that, but I understood that it was good for poker, and I understood that it was something that expanded the game. But the reality is, it doesn't accomplish that, okay? It doesn't do that at all anymore. Most people don't understand this, but the thing that changed poker was the affiliates being pulled. So like, I believe Black Friday had a bigger effect on poker than most people realize, because Full Tilt and PokerStars would spend so much money, and affiliates would be so concerned with getting new players and new signups. So there was this immense amount of poker content being produced that all of a sudden when Black Friday happened, all that poker content just stopped because affiliates weren't making enough money because they couldn't actually pull US-based clients in. So you saw a decline in poker. And you know, there's no sponsorship deals. Like back in the day, like 10 years ago, I'd understand if you were a November 9er, you can go out, you can get some sponsorship deals, you can do all this stuff to kind of build your brand. But those days are done. I mean, how much you can actually get to wear a patch of somebody or something like that? I mean, you have to understand, Full Tilt used to be paying like $1 million or something like that if you wore their patch at a final table or something ridiculous. And I just don't believe that it's necessary anymore. It's like, why do you need to build up all that hype? And there really isn't that much hype. There isn't some back and forth conversations. There's not tons of articles being conducted on the players of the November 9. It's like a couple of spaces where you learn about them. It was a great idea when the infrastructure of information that surrounded poker was working. It was a phenomenal idea because then you build the stories of those 9 players and you tell what it's like to, you know, train, and you kind of bring in new players, but that's dead. So there's no reason why they should have it. I'm very happy that WSOP got rid of that. I'm very happy that Poker Central is on board, and I'm a big fan for doing everything that, airplane, helicopter. I'm a big fan of anything that advances or spreads poker as a game. I mean, I've taught so many people the game myself, like thousands upon thousands. I just don't think this is good for the game anymore, and I think it's better for those 9 players who actually make it there. They deserve to sit down at the table the next day with the edge that they have, not that the edge that they get to work on. So I'm really, really, really excited about that. I'm going to be at the World Series this year for the entire month for the most part, but I'll post my updates later. But yeah, end of an era for the WSOP, end of that, you know, November 9 thing, and we'll see how poker changes over the next couple of years. I mean, I'm really, as a poker business owner and somebody who makes their living off of poker, I just want you to understand that I'm not so optimistic. I don't believe that we're going to have another poker expansion. I don't believe that the game is growing extensively except in foreign markets, and I've done my research on this. And I do believe that we've reached this certain plateau. I mean, I don't think poker's in a decline, but I don't see it rising. I think it's steady. And you have to understand that I have a personal vested interest in the growth of poker. So I'm just being real and literal in this specific dynamic. So I'll be back in New York City tomorrow, posting more videos from the office. I know this is a little bit weird, but I'm gonna have some dinner in this nice little place right here and speak with some folks and then get back to it. So yeah, long live the November 9.